Hey bitches. So, I got like heaven forbid, I got some PR. A creator sent me something for free. For some of us, that happens every other day. For some of us, like me, that happens like once every 3 years. So, so I'm really happy. I'm really happy because this is, it's not something I need, but it's something I kind of wanted, and it's a deck that I've been kind of meaning to talk more about on here. I was actually planning on maybe featuring this in my favorite decks ever video series, but I'm not going to yet because we need to see if this stands the test of time, especially because, let me be really honest, this is a deck that is great. I love it. I really respect the creator, but it's not one of those Merry Elves or Star Tarots that instantly gives you the feeling of, wow, there's tons of layers here. And like I already said, a deck doesn't have to be like that in order for me to adopt it into my favorite decks of all time, like class of decks. However, I have lots of really pretty decks that are pretty good. So that's why I was kind of hesitant, but this is probably one of my favorite decks of last year, the first edition. The second edition is all new. I did see some people getting a little bit pissed about it. They were like, why is she already doing a second edition? Like, the Kickstarter and the first edition just got sent out and blah, 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 blah. Well, she just tried, and apparently there were enough people willing to fund another Kickstarter for her. And I'm like, as a creator, I kind of get that. I mean, why would you spend all your hard-earned money on buying new stock when you can just do another Kickstarter and have people pay for you? I mean, and apparently, and if the demand wouldn't have been there, the Kickstarter would have failed. But apparently the demand is there, so, everybody that missed out on the first edition can get the second edition, and, and the creator can have some more stock, because she severely underestimated the demand for a deck like this. And let me tell you why that is. This really reminds me a lot of the Tarot of Delphi, which has been out of print. People are paying hundreds upon hundreds of dollars for it, but you really don't have to. You can just buy this now. Is it completely the same? No, but it does have that gorgeous, gorgeous art. This is a curated deck, and it's curated very well. I've seen curated decks where I'm like, man, don't know if I really think the art picked for the cards is amazing. One of them being the Beautiful Creatures Tarot by J.R. Rivera together with Jasmine Becca Griffith. That felt a little, I love it, but that felt a little haphazard. This is really good work. Now, first thing I noticed when I opened up the second edition is that the box is a lot bigger, and that has to do with the guidebook. This didn't really have a guidebook. Let's open the boxes. Also, I got a little bit scared because this box is glossy as hell. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can tell. And this box is matte, so I thought, ooh, the cards had better still be matte, but the cards still are matte. This all looks the same. There's a cute little poem in here. As you can see, little black and white art guide. This just tells you, as a librarian, I love this. This is basically your sources. Where did all the art come from? I really hope that transferred over to this guidebook as well. And then this is an actual guidebook, which I haven't really read because I literally just got this in and I thought, hey, let's get my old deck back in order and do a little side-by-side to see what has changed. So I'm going to be reading this. There's a little bit on Aphrodite, the meanings of the court cards, which I love, and some renamings. Card spreads, nothing special, honestly, but I kind of get it. You know, Natasha's just, she's kind of pleasing the masses. People are always whining about a guidebook when, you know, when matter of fact, I actually liked the first edition not having a guidebook because she was very clear, like, this is an RWS thing. If we hit a stretch goal, I will add a little bit of a sort of a reference art guide. But, you know, people keep whining about guidebooks. She did write cute affirmations for the cards, so that's cute. She does kind of seem to explain why she chose the art. Don't know if she does that all the time. So if you really, you know, if you really want that, if you really want to know that, I'm not the bitch that's gonna tell you, because I don't really care, honestly. Like, guidebooks, look at the inside, love that. Guidebooks, I don't know her, honestly. Like, guidebooks like these, all y'all bitches always keep whining about them. I don't want them. I don't know them. I don't care about them. You know, I'm not saying that Natasha did a bad job. She did what was asked of her, but still, I don't know her. The decks themselves should be around the same size. Oh, no, the second edition is actually a little bit thicker. That's interesting. That's really interesting because it has... That's funny, though, because it has less cards than the first edition, because the first edition had an extra little bonus card. So it's just a smidge thicker. So it almost looks like she maybe went with a different printer. That's really interesting. So the second edition, first edition, both have this Tarot of Aphrodite title card with a little bit of extra info on it. Second edition, how am I gonna like not mess this up? Then the first edition has an extra card, which I love, this prayer card. And then we're headed into the cards themselves. I can already see, like, this looks a little bit brighter, a bit more saturated. This looks a little darker, but we're gonna see this looks a little bit more brighter pink. This looks a little bit darker. So it almost seems like a different printer was used. So that's interesting. But it does look a little bit brighter. The borders look a little bit like larger. It's interesting. Like, the art looks bigger in this. So that's really cool. Overall, I feel like this art over here is a bit more saturated. Also the backs. During the first campaign, once again, the standard basic tarot girlies were whining about wanting to have a reversible back. So we went from this gorgeously aesthetically pleasing vignette right here to this reversible thing right here. I know I like that one better, but, you know, the tarot girlies are gonna tarot girly. So there you go. That's what you get. Now you got a reversible back. This looks way better. Who really cares? But, you know, like, Natasha was really susceptible to feedback, and, you know, she listened to what the people wanted. And I got this for free, so who am I to whine about it? And once again, like, I may sound a little critical, but I love this deck. Honestly, like, this is one of my favorites. It's just that, you know, like, I would never, ever, ever listen to feedback like, I want a guidebook like this, and I want backs like this. I would never, as a creator, I would never do that. If this is the back I designed, that's the back it's gonna be. And, you know, but, you know, like, once again, she made a smart decision, because this is what people want. People want that type of guidebook. People want that type of back. So good for her. So here we have, like, I can't believe that are the cards the same size? Let's check that out. Yeah, this, once again, the second edition is just a smidge. I'm doing this wrong. Just a smidge bigger, as you can see. But what she did was she obviously, I don't know, like she probably used a different printer, and I have to say, like, the art looks a lot bigger. She dared to go a little bit bolder with the border, so the border would be a little bit smaller, and it really does pop a lot more in the second edition, so I do like that. Yeah, we get a little bit of a more crisper image. However, first edition looks a little bit warmer. You know, she did say she was gonna amp it up a little bit for the and enhance some of the imagery in the second edition. The first edition does look a little bit more fuzzy and a little bit more warm. It kind of depends on what you want, what you like. You know, that's kind of what this video is for too, because the first edition is like out of stock. But, you know, sometimes collectors, I'm one of those bitches that if I were like on the lookout for this deck, I would probably be looking for the first edition because of the matte box, the backs, and the warmer feel, I think. But I also know that some of the cards' art has been completely changed. So we're kind of going to see which one I like best. But it does, like, this one looks, like, the art looks so much bigger, and it's just that smidge enhanced, but it looks so good. Damn, Natasha, like, she did a really good job. But once again, a little bit more warmth here, but it looks gorgeous. Ah, yes. Like, this Chariot card, though, I love this. I love that Chariot. I love it more than that, and I'm going to be really honest about that. Is it enough to sway me in favor of the second edition? And we're splitting hairs here, I know, but you know, like, but I love that Chariot. Strength card, gorgeous. The Hermit, well, this is funny because here I actually prefer the slightly colder, artwork. Like, it's funny because I think this definitely has to do, this is what switching to a different printer can do, or maybe sometimes even switching to a different sales representative within the printing company that will just, you know, change things a little bit. Or maybe it is the same printer. I'm just going to ask her. It looks like she went to a different one. But I even had, with Make Playing Cards, had 2 prototypes printed using the same file. And the pinks in this was for the Brother to Brother Oracle, which has pink backs as well. And the pinks for one of the prototypes was more warm like this, and for the other one it was more cold like this. So sometimes that can happen, but overall the feel is different. Ooh, but this is really cool because you can definitely see how the art was sharpened up for this, and I do like that a lot. So it's pretty cool. Oh, this is so stunning. Yeah, I definitely I get the different art choices, and I do like this a lot. Actually, as I was putting my first edition back in order, I thought, they don't really like that. And she changed that, so that's really cool. Stillness is the same, just a little bit enhanced. I don't know if she did that herself or whether she just, hey, what am I doing? I'm missing the death card. Now that's interesting. Oh, here we go. That's just a whoopsie poopsie on my end. The death card. Okay, cute. Temperance. I also like that a little bit better in the colder second edition. The Devil. I love how we get to see a little bit more of the face. Like, it seems like the brightness was enhanced a little bit here, so that's really cute. The Tower is still the same. Gorgeous. The Star. Oh, I find this funny. I actually prefer the first edition to the second edition. The Moon looks really gorgeous. Also, you know, once again, do you prefer a more warm or a colder tone? The Sun, Still the same. Oh no, it's actually different because it was pulled down a little bit here, which I think is pretty cool. Here we get to see more of the sunflowers. Here we get to see more of the woman. Judgment, really pretty. And the world, and I have to say I like these both. I like them both a lot. However, this is really stunning, this new art. So yeah, that's really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Princess of Wands, Priestess of Wands. I'm not like, the order is supposed to be Princess, Priestess, King, Queen. But this is the way the second edition arrived, so that's how I reordered them for me, so it'll be easier. The ace has changed. I do like this ace a lot. I like it a bit more. Yeah, that's really cool. Ooh, and the enhancement of this I like a lot as well. But you know, like it very much depends on what you like, what you prefer, honestly. I like this art a little bit better than this, honestly. This is a little bit too chill, but still they're both gorgeous. The 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9. Oh, that's interesting. The 10, and then we're in the queens. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so this is a gorgeous Queen of Cups, although I do like this art so much. This was on the Tasha and the Witchcraft book. Let's see. For that, I'm going to check my trusty first edition art guide because it's so handy to have. Let's see. Cups. 9, 10. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Circe. Yeah, that's supposed to be Circe the witch. So I do find that very apt for a Queen of Cups a little bit. But, you know, this is gorgeous as well. This is my favorite card in the deck. We get that Poseidon, and I have to say, I do love seeing him a little bit bigger here. So that's absolutely stunning. This was definitely changed, yes, and I do prefer the second edition to the first edition in that sense. The Priestess, I'm going to have to move these out of the way a little bit. Like, this is not the most hashtag aesthetic flip through, but this is just also for educational purposes. So, Priestess is still the same. And then we're into the Ace. Ace. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Like, this is a really sweet and pretty deck. I still really wish you would have kept the backs the same, although that you know, like that's what happens. You know, that's why I was smart enough to back it the first time around, so I don't have to, you know, so I have what I wanted, and you know, and I got this, and I love it, and I want when this went live, I was like, shall I back it again? And then Natasha was like, oh, no, I'm going to send you a copy because you were so kind to me the first time round and you took such gorgeous pics. And I was like, yes, thank you, Natasha. But, you know, because I've really been happy to have been a part of this since the beginning. So it looks like the cups hasn't really been changed that much. I love the way this has been enhanced. That's really stunning. Ooh, and this too. Yes. Oh, this is interesting. So this is 9 of Cups. I love this image. Does this fit a little bit better? Yes. This could have been a very pretty 9 of Coins as well, by the way. But we'll see what she did. Maybe she did move that art to the 9 of Coins. And then the 10 of Cups. Stunning. The Queen of Swords. Perfect art. King of Swords. Gorgeous. This is a little bit sharper. We see the other person here a little bit more, so she moved the image around. I like the placement of this a little bit more. I like the definition of this a little bit more. So really, really cool King of Swords. The Princess of Swords has been changed. I like this a lot. I think she looks a little bit fiercer, so I get the choice. And the Priestess. Okay, really, really, really cool. The Ace. Oh, that's interesting. We get the mirror here. I love that. Although here, over here with the little chair up, we kind of get that airy feel as well. So they both kind of fit. I think I prefer the first edition. Once again, first, second edition. Two of Swords. Oh, now I get why she changed it. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Oh, this is interesting. This is really pretty. I love both. I like this one a little bit more. It's a little bit more standard tarot. But I love this too. Oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. Oh. 5 is gorgeous. The 6. The 7. There is something about this like older art that's just really, really, really stunning and pretty. The 8. Oh, yeah. I love the way this was cropped a little bit differently. So you get to see the wave a little bit more and the stuckness. That's really, you did good, Natasha. You did good on that. And the 9, yeah, she's definitely in despair. So, yeah. And then the 10. Okay, now for my favorite suit, the suit of coins. Because coins is always my favorite suit. Because I'm a coin baby. Queen of Coins is the same. King of Coins is the same, but cropped better. I thought this was kind of a miss when I first got the deck, and now I like it a lot more, so that's good. Princess of Coins, stunning. Also, I like the enhancements. Priestess of Coins, really pretty. Ace of Coins, still the same. 2 of Coins. Ah, this is funny. So she's juggling. I do like this a little bit better. Fits the whole Venusian, Aphrodisian theme a little bit better. So that's cool. 3 of Coins, stunning. The 4 is also really, really good. It's all a matter of, you know, like, as much as you can, like, dilly-dally around about the art choices, the biggest difference to me still is the warmth, the difference in warmth between the two decks, between the two different editions. I love this 6 of Coins. So it looks like she enhanced it a little bit. Can't really say that, you know, you can tell, but it's so funny, but if this wouldn't have existed, I would have been fine with the first edition. Although, so this is the 8 of Coins. She's obviously working on some type of tapestry here. She's weaving something. And if you know me, you know I love a weaving reference. At least that's what this looks like. And I don't really... Oh, she's learning to play the piano here. Okay, that symbolism totally works for me, so that's good. The 9, okay, that's still the same. Cool. She didn't transfer that one image. And then the 10. Yeah, like, I can really tell that all of this art was majorly enhanced, but, you know, it's just a little bit cooler. It's a little bit cooler. The cooler edition, the slightly warmer edition, although also a little bit more grainy and a little bit more fuzzy. Well, you know, I love having both. And since this is, you know, like completely out of print right now, and probably never coming back, I'm definitely not getting rid of the first edition, and I'm probably like not going to use it anymore. I'm just going to keep it as is. And I am going to be using this edition a little bit more. So that's really cool. Thank you, Natasha, for sending this my way. Like I said, like, it's a tarot deck. Ooh, I just almost dropped every single deck on this table here. Wow. My reaction speeds are on point. Whew, that was scary. It's a tarot deck, like any other tarot deck. It's a gorgeous tarot deck. It's an interesting reader. It's very RWS-esque without being too on the nose about it, which I love. I think that's that's the thing I love the most about this deck. It's so well thought out. And I just love what Natasha did with this. So if you're looking for a deck in the style that has that Grecian, Venusian, Roman, Aphrodisian feel, that Grecian feel, and I've always loved Greek mythology. This is probably one of the best tarot decks in the market right now. Yeah, it's just stunning, and the quality is amazing. The cards are amazing. I'm gonna play with this a little bit more. I'm gonna take some gorgeous pics with it, and I hope you guys liked this, found this informative, liked listening to my silly little opinions, and I'm actually going to be back very soon with another one of my best decks, favorite decks ever videos. So more on that later, but for now, bye bitches.